Hello, I'm back. Hello. I streamed before and now I am streaming again today. You didn't expect it, did you? The double stream. Oh yeah, it's a double stream. Oh yeah. No one expects the double stream. Why not? Why not? I'm not doing anything else. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gross. Okay, my bad, my bad. I didn't mean to play that. Okay. Pop it out. Pop it out. Okay. Chat. Got my chat set up here. Okay. Okay, where am I on Twitch? Hello? Twitch? There I am. Okay. What have I done? What did I do this morning? I have forgotten. Oops. I have forgotten what I did this morning. What was I working on? Oh, the spawn locations. I was filtering them for validity. And then I ended up playing around PCG a little bit. Because I wanted to spawn based off of whether it was on the height map or not, right? So maybe I can build that mode in real quick. Maybe I can build that mode in real quick. Yeah, then we did a little proof of concept for underground spawns, or like cave spawns, non-height map spawns. All of the above. I really need to fix these. These are getting so annoying. These are getting so annoying. I wonder if I could just cast this. Have I tried this? I feel like I maybe have tried this already. Let's see how that goes. Because that assertion is getting very annoying. We hit it like every time I run the terrain. Come on, you can do it. It's gonna like crash immediately anyways. Yeah, so we're streaming again today. I streamed earlier today, working on procedural spawn locations for my game. I am trying to spawn things right now, live code. I just need to restart. I just need to rebuild the engine. Yeah, we got to do it. Yeah, so procedural terrain, trying to spawn procedural spawn points on the terrain. I do have them spawned. I need to make sure that they're all valid spawn points. I don't want to just spawn on like little tiny sections of the nav mesh or anything like that. So I did a lot of filtering. I did some pathfinding, fix-ups and stuff like that. Okay, we're finally building. Jeez. Jeez. I hope this actually ends up working. That would be nice to not have to create a U object on the background thread all the time. That would be nice. Watch, this is going to completely fail now. I'm fully expecting it. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it fail. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Okay, this is different. This is not where I thought it would fail. Points is empty. Okay. Oh, point data is null. Yeah, so I can't do that. Okay. Run it back. Run it back. It didn't work. It didn't work. That's really annoying that the only way you can like get the type back from this is to like create a new object. And I'm running all of these on background threads, and Unreal Engine does not like it when you create things on background threads. You have to like trick it into making it think it's okay. Unreal Engine amazing. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. What are you working on today? Still doing terrain generation? Specifically spawn locations. We do have the spawn locations. Earlier today, I got them all filtered properly, I think, or at least good enough. At least good enough. So I take every point that I get output from some of my graphs, from some of my PCG graphs, and I do pathfinding from them. And if I can get a couple valid paths, then I know they're like valid spawn points. There it goes. There it goes. So I can log. Maybe let me pull up the vlogger and I can show. I can show, get rid of that. What makes a good spawn? So I get a lot of them that are like, that's a bad spawn. I don't want to have spawn points that are on the sides of cliffs and stuff like that. And I do like a slope filter for it, but there's still like some sections of it, like, you know, right here would technically be a valid location. And if I look at the nav mesh, you can see I have little bits of nav mesh here, you know. So I don't want those. And I can take a peek here. So here are like, here's like a bunch of locations. That one probably should not have gotten, those probably should not have gotten filtered out. Yeah, I need to fix the, I need to do a little bit more work on it, but it's like fine for now. The green ones are ones that like passed and they're fine. There's some better examples somewhere. Yeah, like here, right? Like I don't want that one. That's good that that filtered that out. We tried to pathfind to these two places and couldn't. There. So that's what makes them good or bad spawns, right? I don't want to spawn things there when they can't actually move around. See, that's actually good because he can get over here. From where did you learn Unreal? Because there are almost zero learning resources online, especially the C++ side. Yeah, I feel you there. I feel you. I mean, just Google searching what I can. Google searching what I can, reading the source code. You know, you got to get really comfortable, you know, diving into the source code, which is never fun. But yeah, looking for examples of like how people do things or how it's done in the engine and stuff like that helps. But yeah, I feel you there. It's kind of a slog. Kind of a slog. Okay, get up. Another thing I was working on not yesterday, this morning was I was getting a little carried away. We did a little side quest where I figured out this really neat trick that I can do. Now, this is going to be for cave spawns to figure out like where the cave spawns are. So I'm going to pause the region here for a second. So I've actually, I have the height map stored. That's a lot of hard work. Yep. Tell me about it. But I have the height map stored separately from the rest of the data. And so I can get a point's location as if it were on the height map. And I can do a difference between those two values to see like, hey, how far away is this point from the height map? And I passed all that in to PCG. And so what I end up with is something that looks like this. And so, you know, the black is on the height map as a very low difference to the height map. But then as you go deeper into the caves and stuff, it becomes wider. And why this is really cool is because I now literally have like a depth that I can key off of to spawn things in, right? Like I may not want to spawn a monster right at the entrance, right? I could spawn him, you know, down here. This is a deeper part of the cave, right? And so I can take, you know, something like grab this chunk, which is what I was looking at earlier. Like that. And then let me do, I did like a slope filter and stuff too. But we'll just put the debug drawing on there. Force generate, there you go. So I have something like that, which is a really cool gradient that effectively lets me get some really neat spawn locations. And it'll work for like cave entrances as well. So if I take this chunk, let's force generate you. That might have been the one I was looking at, but yeah, so it's all kind of black here. And then we get to this, and I could even like put decorations and stuff around the entrances based off of these density value of all these points. It can be like, yeah, I only want the points that are super bright, I could say. That way I don't spawn things right up close to the entrance or too close to the surface, right? Same goes for some of this stuff. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Figured that out. But maybe let's actually spawn things now. It's probably what we should be doing. Let me commit what I have for now. And I think what I want to do is probably let's just get rid of the direction thing, because I know that I'm not doing it correctly. So just put that back to that and run live coding. And then I think we can probably commit what we have here. I'm happy with this. I think I'm happy with this for now. This I'll come back to at a later point. But let's do, we're gonna do filter spawn points for pathfinding validity. Commit and push. Cool. Cool. Okay. So now that we have like valid points and whatnot, what do we need to do with it? Now it just exists on the terrain chunk. Filter invalid PCG spawn points. Okay, cool. Yeah, put that there. And then I guess here I want to make a call to the spawner. Which, so let me show the, look, that 0 is over there. So I'm going to spawn a bunch. I'm probably going to spawn on the mountain. Just give me like 200. They might be too far away. Might be too far away for me to see. Oh no. Okay, there they are. Yep, they're showing up. Yep, they're showing up. Look at them. They're like little ants. Didn't even fall. No one's fallen yet. Yeah, my gravity processor is working swell. I do have to say. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, this is what we want to avoid. Those guys are stuck there. Those guys are also stuck there, it seems. Oh god, they're eating all the mushrooms in the cave. That's funny. They're mushroom people. These guys are just gonna starve. Is this your side project? Yep. Side hobby project. God, these mushrooms are kind of big, aren't they? Those are some big mushrooms. There's some here too. No one ate those ones, huh? Yeah, that's kind of what I want to happen. So I guess we need to connect this to my spawner. So let me Let me open up my entity spawner, I think I called it. And I kind of forgot how I set this all up. What do you want the end product to look like? Yeah, I don't really know. If you're talking about just visuals, I don't really know too well. He draws a cool second stream. I know. Super secret bonus double stream. The double stream, yeah. Figured why not? I'm not doing anything else. I went to Costco. It was hell. There were fucking people everywhere. Just standing around. Just being in the way. Okay. Start generate spawn points. Generator configs. Okay, let's pin some of these. And maybe we can close... Probably everything that's not terrain chunk we can close for now. Okay, so the entity spawner spawns entities. I mean like the game. Okay, so you mean like just like what's the vision for the game? Yeah, so it's going to be like Colony Sim RPG roguelite combo. And so I want a RPG, you know, something like vanilla WoW, lots of classes to choose from, lots of abilities to choose from, you know, a couple talent trees for each class to kind of give them flavor, and then a colony sim where you can you kind of run around in this procedural terrain world. Here it is, and different zones have different levels and different monsters and, you know, just different stories, and you can find colonists and stuff like that and recruit them to your colony, and you send them to go chop wood. You can build a little base for them, you know, you can build houses, and, you know, hopefully I'll get some decorations and stuff like that too. You know, maybe I'll draw on some Animal Crossing inspiration a little bit. I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool. And then, yeah, they'll have like all the colonists have different stats and different personalities, different needs and stuff like that, you know. One guy might be good at being a doctor, but he has really shitty social skills, you know, something like that. Randomly stumbled on the stream, really love the cozy stream. Hell yeah. Thanks for stumbling. I appreciate your stumble. Chubby Panda, I also appreciate your name. It's a very adorable name. Oh damn, that sounds incredible. Yeah, I'm going for something like Vanilla WoW plus RimWorld plus Hades, if you can imagine such a thing. It makes perfect sense in my head. I probably don't do a great job of explaining it. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. Best viewers, get out of here. I need to hook my ban up to the on-screen chat. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, let's spawn things. Let's spawn some things. So I guess start generate spawn points. Now I should maybe make like a one-off function that takes in generator configs. Let me look up this. What is, oh, it's just right there. Okay. Which is just entity archetypes in a spawn points generator, which just generates spawn points, as you would suspect. That's exactly what a spawn points generator would say that it does. Exactly what I would say if I would spawn points. But yeah, maybe I don't actually need a whole spawner, because it's actually kind of feeling a little heavy-handed now that I'm looking at it. So I already have the points. I really just need this spawn entities function, I guess. Entities to spawn. Spawn entities. I guess it's nice because it may do, I think it does a certain number per tick. Yeah. So it's nice for that, I suppose. So I guess I can enqueue some entities to spawn. F spawn entity, spawn point, spawn config. F entity spawn config. Yeah, so I guess I could just throw in a... What do I use from that? Spawn config entity archetypes. It does do a random selection, which I suppose I could use if I wanted to. Yeah, that could be nice. I can work with that. I can work with that. So I'll maybe change my background spawns struct to take in a list of archetypes that it could randomly choose from. The spawn entity, spawn config. Number of entities to spawn now. That's where I might diverge. This is all just for like pure random stuff, which now I'm doing the kind of intentional generation for it, so. And I hope I don't use any of that. I don't see it. Okay. For now, let's just like shoehorn this together and get it working. So we do that on the background thread. Then what? After we're done with that, I guess we can do like an async task back to the game thread to enqueue these. And maybe we can do a little bit of processing here. So I guess I need to create a list of, what did I call it? F spawn entity. Entities to spawn. And if I did, let me like get actor, what is it? Like U Kismet. Oh, it's like U gameplay statics, right? It has the, get actor. Oh yeah. Import it first. Get actor of class a my entity spawner. Static class. Good. That's a world context object. We can just use this. Okay, get actor of class. Do you return the type? Probably not. You have to be a pointer. Right. The guys are still running around down in there, aren't they? They're searching for food. There's one right there, guys. Oh, they can run through trees, apparently. That should not be on the nav mesh, sir. Maybe they can't reach that one. Anyways. We'll cast. We'll just do that automatically. Spawner. Okay. So, spawner. Into spawn into no, what is it? Entities to spawn. How do I like? Guess I need to make a function to access that, don't I? Void add entities to spawn, which is going to be a T array of entities to spawn clear queue. I don't need that. Okay, so then we have that entities to spawn. I guess I need to do a for each on entities to spawn. And in queue entities to spawn dot. Oh, I can append? Oh. Well, why didn't you say so? Okay, I'll just do that. Easy. Oh, that's... I need to name that. I need to name that a bit differently, don't I? Okay, that has a naming conflict with a variable in the class. And that makes sense. Spawn entities, call it that instead. Yeah, that would be why it had the append. Yeah, what do you need to... Yeah, I don't think you can take in an array. Yeah, there's only like in queue, right? Oh my god, I'm using the wrong variable again. Okay, there we go. This is CPP, yes. Okay, so you only have an in queue. I was right the first time. For each spawn entities, spawn entity, F spawn entity, then we want to entities to spawn in queue that. Okay, great. Great. Add entities to spawn, and I guess what we're gonna do is I'm doing a lot of looping when I don't really need to. We're just gonna shoehorn this in and make it work first, and then we'll make it pretty. That's how I like to work. And what did I call it? Spawn infos. Okay, for spawn info. In spawn infos. Spawn entities. Dot add, we'll do a F spawn entity, add that spawn entity dot, okay. Spawn points equals spawn info dot spawn transform. Easy, that one's easy. Spawn entity dot spawn config entity archetypes equals spawn info spawn def entity entity archetype to spawn, and I guess we're just gonna shoehorn that, hard code that as a fucking array. We need to use brackets here in C++, which is slightly annoying, but it is what it is. What other informations are there? I guess num entities is just one. I guess it's just one now. Okay. Spawn entities. Where did you learn to code? I taught myself. I learned Python basics in an app and had a lot of trouble finding and making an investing bot. The 3 videos I watched were outdated, had an unfixable issue. Yeah, I'll be honest, making an investment bot is not going to be like easygoing, right? And I don't think you're going to be able to find a video that's going to tell you how to do that. And I've said this before, but like what you need to do is you need to take your vision. It sounds like you got something you're interested in working in, which is great. I think that's step 1. Find a project. You got that. What you need to do is break that down to the smallest pieces you can. And don't think about finished product. Think about the simplest form of the smallest piece of it. Search for things to do that part. Right? Like maybe you want your investing bot to just, you know, have a watch list, right? You can build the watch list, right? You need to find an API that can give you stock tickers to search from. You need to make a search box. You need to, you know, be able to input text, have the user input text. When they're inputting text, you know, make a call to the API, get all the stock tickers. They can there's a plus button on each one. They can add to a watch list. You need to store that. You know, just piece by piece, start knocking it out. You do not need to pay for anything. I've never paid for any education. Well, I did 2 years of college before dropping out. I did pay for that, but I did not learn anything because I was a shit student. So you do not need to pay to learn how to write code and stuff. So that's my advice. I need to rebuild that. We need to rebuild that. How different are C# and CPP? Yeah, they're very different. They're quite different. And what we're looking at here might actually look like C# a little bit because it's Pascal case. Normal C++ is not Pascal case, it's Snake case. So this is Unreal Engine C++, so it's got like a whole reflection system built on top of it with like some garbage collection and bells and whistles and stuff. Syntax wise, they're quite different, yeah, especially base C++. Yeah, the pointers and refs, of course, are, you know, something that C++ has that a lot of other languages, like, you're probably used to just working with pointers. If you're using like Python or JavaScript or Java and stuff like that, you're probably just used to working with pointers. Great advice, thanks. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Are you coding for a game? I am. Working on a little side project here. Some Saturday evening game dev here for me. It's a nice, swelteringly hot, humid, disgusting day. So we're inside. Just how I like it. Okay, theoretically, this should start spawning things. Theoretically, so let's, I guess, just see what happens. Okay, so we need the navigation to finish generating for each terrain chunk, and then it will start spawning. It will start spawning things for each terrain chunk. I spawned, so now the navigation is going. I am building an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite. Okay, yeah, we need I think it did. Did it actually try and spawn things? Oh my god, there's things there. Oh god, they're already fighting. Oh, why are they, Oh, the rotation was weird. Oh, that makes sense. That's funny. Okay, so I need to zero out the rotation, actually. Okay. And I guess... get actors of class does not like being called from the background thread. I think that makes sense. Recently considered learning development. What's a good starting point? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, learning development. Yeah, there's no real great starting point. You just got to starting. I guess, you know. I suppose there's probably some good YouTube videos out there and stuff like that. Really just like dot location. Yeah, I mean, to learn development, you just got to, I'd probably recommend web development. I think is probably the best starting spot. Nice and easy. You know, do JavaScript. JavaScript's nice and easy. There's you can find plenty of tutorials on learning that. This is C++, yes. Unreal Engine C++. But yeah, you just gotta really, you know, learning how to write code and learning how development is really just learning how to, as Turning Cog put it in the stream earlier today, learning how to ask the right question. And I need to rebuild this. You need to you need to understand what you don't understand, and you got to learn how to ask the right question. And that question is going to be a query that you put into Google. Yeah. Stop showing off your JavaScript, my boy. Is that what you think this is? Is that what this looks like to you? The terrain is generated. That's all procedural generated code. I got into development because I got into building things because back in the day, all my friends, when I was like 12, 13 years old, all my friends were playing World of Warcraft, and If you ever heard someone talk about it and you don't know what it is, it sounds like a foreign language. And it sounded really fun, and I wanted to be a part of that. And I felt really left out. Because my parents would not pay for a WoW subscription for me, so I couldn't play with them. And so I figured out what private servers were. So I started playing on private servers. So now I actually know what they're talking about. But I still can't play with them because they don't want to play on the private servers with me. Because they're too sketchy. So I decided to make my own private server so that they would actually play with me. And that's where I figured out what a developer was, what a programmer was. And I would follow tutorials on how to set up your own private server. And some of those tutorials had you go in and edit some code. So 13, 14-year-old me was doing that. Okay, are they right side up now? They are right side up now. Oh, they're spawning. Wait, is my line trace not working? Why can't I target these guys? Okay, I got a dot on him, so I feel like I should be able to just win this fight pretty easily. There we go. There we go. I should be able to click on these guys, but it's not working too well. Bro, the reds are just going around murdering the good guys, huh? Is that what we're doing? We're just murdering people now? Yeah, what the heck? My targeting sucks now. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Uh-oh. I don't have that much health left. Oh, loud, he coming. Okay. Freeze him, get some distance. Bro, why did I hit for 26 on that dot? That was so high. Damn, subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate that. This is crazy. What's the game called? The game is called My Project. That is the default project name when you start one in Unreal Engine. I gotta look into the line traces because I can't target these guys the way I would think. Okay, I'm out of mana now, so I just gotta pray. One of my dots hit for like 25, and I don't think that was correct. Okay, I'm getting really low, so I'm gonna freeze him and just let the dot do the damage on him. Okay, run, just run. There we go. Nice. Nice. Where's my XP too? I should be getting XP for these kills. Yo, you got a great beard? That's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. Thank you. Thank you, Shock. I hope you have a great beard too. Oh, he's got the wrong animation instance. Uh-oh. Let's fix that. Oh, he's still got the wrong one. That's an issue I know about. Why am I not getting, like, good... This is, like, why can't it actually go to the, file correctly? Line trace missing. We're missing a lot of chunks on line traces. What? What is this? What happened? Am I gonna have to manually go to this file? Detour nav mesh query. Okay, so here's where this crash happened. Thank God you pronounced my name right. I'm a man of culture. So the pathfinding just fucking failed? That's a new one. Didn't know that could happen. Okay, so a few things we need to do. Let's ignore that for now. So we do spawn things, which is cool. So what? Let's start typing up these bugs I just noticed all there in one freaking thing. Bugs, yeah. Add to the list here. Target line trace didn't work. Doesn't work. What? Oh. So you're a game dev? Just a hobby game dev. I'm a software engineer. If you're wondering about my job. Is this Java? This is C++. Target line trace doesn't work. No XP on kill. What else went wrong there that I said? What else did I say went wrong? I've already forgotten. There was one more thing I wanted to write down. The dot did do a lot of damage. That's not what I'm thinking of, though. Okay, what else happened? There was the animation instance thing, but I already have that written down. Oh, we need to change the, make new, state tree. I need to make a new state tree. I love the taking notes. So yeah, the 63 page long doc, so professional. Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, so it's like the only way to actually fucking remember things. It's just grown into too big of a project now to not do something like that, you know? Okay, so let's, why is the line trace not hitting stuff? All the open bugs are at the top. There are many more that just aren't written down. I just don't write down a lot of them. A lot of things are just kind of in flux, so I don't mind too much if they're broken. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to make a new state tree because right now the only state tree we have is called new state tree. Let's call this colonist state tree. And that has the behaviors of like food and sleep and stuff like that. But I want one where they just they don't go search for food and stuff and they just wander within a local radius, right? Like you would expect like a typical fucking wolf in the forest to do, you know? I want some shit like that. Oh, another thing. I remember it now. So we need to update the spawn location spatial noise seed. If I need any Nordic writings, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe someday. That day's probably quite far away. Okay, so let's take a look at the target thing. So just actually oh shit. You know what I need to do? Stop that. Stop that. I need a Boolean for like whether or not we should spawn. So open up the terrain controller. We can pin that too, why not? So I need give me one of those. Run PCG, spawn mobs. Default that to true. Okay, so now here, filter invalid P. Let's pop this into a function. We're gonna start to make this a little prettier. Void spawn mobs. And we're gonna just, yeah, give me that. And we'll just say if terrain spawn mobs, spawn mobs. Okay, so now let's paste all that in there. Cool. Cool. And let's refactor that too while we're at it. Terrain controller, yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay, rebuild. Like on taverns or shops, because I see this game like Skyrim TBH. I do love Norse vibes. I do love that. I would love to have a kind of culture in the game that is Nordic in flavor. I hope to have many. How long did it take to get this far? It's been about 2.5 years so far. What'll it be, like 3 in like November or something, I think, maybe. Something like that. I don't remember exactly. I only started streaming it about a year ago. And I guess today is my anniversary on Twitch. My affiliate status anniversary. So I've been streaming for about a year. Only just recently started streaming on YouTube Shorts though. So that's new. That's a new feature. I'll help you with the writings. Yeah, I'm quite far away from doing the from getting assets and stuff, you know. I'm still just trying to make it work. So maybe when the day comes to finally start getting some non-placeholder assets, I will enlist chat. I will enlist the help of chat. Okay, so now go to this, and we're not going to spawn mobs. So we're just going to test. What's the best feature in the game so far? Probably just the procedural generation. That's the one I've spent the most time on. That's a good feature. The ECS system, probably pretty poggers. Is that what you guys say? But yeah, as a part of the Colony Sim side of the game, I want the whole world to be online. Like I'm only rendering like this big of a circle right now, just for testing. And I won't render the entire world, but I do want to generate the entire world, and I want the whole world to be running, or at least as much as possible. So I wrote my own ECS system, which stands for Entity Component System. And it's like a data-driven architecture used to like efficiently run like a ton of entities and NPCs. Like I can run thousands and thousands of NPCs around the world now because I built this system. That it handles it all on the background threads. I'm completely detached from the Unreal Engine collision system and stuff like that. So it's very, very performant. I still have a lot to do with it, but it works quite well now. And that's what we were looking at when all those guys respawned. So and then they kind of like disappear when they're off into the distance, right? Like, let's say you have a colony built right here, and then you run all the way over into this zone over here. Like none of this terrain's not going to be there at that point. It's only going to exist in memory. And so the ECS system can handle, you know, like moving the entities around on the nav meshes and stuff like that. Like the nav mesh is just based on the terrain data, not the actual mesh. So that sticks around. And that's how I'm going to move the entities around and stuff. So that's probably the next most impressive feature behind just the procedural terrain itself, which I think this seed looks quite cool, which is why we've been testing on it. CS major, I only know Java and Python. Hey, that's okay. Those are great, very useful languages. Any opinion on the mass entity framework? Have you looked at it at all? Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it. It's gotten a lot better. I looked at it in, what was it, 5.1 or 5.2, when the documentation was even in an even worse state than it is now, if you can imagine such a world. Yeah, I wasn't quite happy with it. It felt very hard to work with. And at the time, they didn't even have built-in nav mesh pathfinding. You can only do zone graph pathfinding, which is, a zone graph is like a static line that you draw in the game. And it's like for traffic and pedestrians. So that wasn't, I needed arbitrary pathfinding, which they just added in the latest update finally. And I started working on that like a year ago. So yeah, I wasn't quite happy with it. Felt it very difficult to work with, difficult to figure out. I couldn't get things to run on the background threads without blocking the game thread, which was an issue for me. Because that to me didn't feel very scalable. And so I just wrote my own. I understand it a lot better. I find it much easier to work in. I do have to build a lot of the things. Like the whole movement processor is probably where I've spent my most amount of time on in the entity system. Like actually getting the entities to move around. And then I had to build my own gravity processor as well. So like for every entity I have to do a line trace down to the ground. So that's like, that's happening every iteration, because you have to iterate over every single, like all the thousands and thousands of entities in the world. What would the game's name be? I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, that's kind of my opinions on the mass entity framework. They've done a lot more work on it, so it's getting better and better. And I did take some ideas from it. Like the state trees are very nice. They're not, the state trees aren't that buggy anymore. And like 3 of the things I built on top of the state tree to fix some of the problems that I had in it, they've actually built in 5.6 now. In 5.6. So yeah, if I had not, maybe if I started using mass now, I'd find more success with it. Maybe it would be better. But I'm already pretty deep into the system I wrote, so I'll stick with it until it bites me in the ass, basically. So it almost works like how Skyrim does, so it's not laggy and will run smoothly. Skyrim does not work like that. Skyrim does not run NPCs when you're not there. Skyrim does not have procedural terrain, so it's quite a bit different from a game like Skyrim, like a traditional RPG. What's my Twitch? It should be in my profile. You should be able to find it in the profile. Yeah, I'm working with it now, but only using it for simple stuff. Sucks if you can't run it off thread. I mean, there was a way, like it had settings for it, but, and again, maybe it's better now, because it was pretty like early experimental when I was using it. So there was like a checkbox for it to run async, but it kept blocking the game thread. So it would run it on a different thread, but the game thread would wait for it to finish before it continued. So it's almost like all the processors had to run in lockstep. And, you know, they did happen on other threads, but they would block the game thread. And that's the issue I had, because there are just some things I don't need to happen every single frame, right? Like I don't need the state tree to be frame perfect reaction time for the entities, right? It can be a couple milliseconds delayed, you know, it can be up to like even a couple seconds delayed. I don't care, you know. Like Minecraft, yeah, like Minecraft. More so like Minecraft. Although Minecraft doesn't run NPCs like normally how games do it. They either if it's like an RPG game or even something like Minecraft, they have like a sphere of influence. So there's just like a radius that is on your player, and whenever you cross like where a enemy last was with that radius, it'll turn back on and start running its logic and stuff. That's usually how like open world games or RPGs, Minecraft, those kinds of games, that's usually how they work. Something like that. And there are other colony sim games that like run things when you're not there, and maybe they're running your colony when you're not there, but then they kind of fake it by doing like some sort of equation. You know, maybe you sent 4 colonists to go chop wood, so that's automatically 40 wood per hour, no matter how many times they actually run back and forth to the forest back to your base, you know? That's just, they're just showing that to make it look like they're chopping wood, but they're not actually, you're just getting like an automatic amount of wood. Like what I want for my game is like when you send your colonists to go chop wood, they actually run out there and chop the wood. And if there's a wolf in that forest, I want them to get attacked by that wolf and potentially die if they don't have good enough gear, high enough level, that kind of thing. So it's more like Dwarf Fortress would be like a better example, like a 3D Dwarf Fortress almost. That's what I want to go for. World of Warcraft vibes. Yeah. I did. I am borrowing some of the sounds and placeholder assets. Some of the animations as well, just for placeholders till I get my own. But I wanted to test the line tracing, so I just want to spawn me one enemy entity, and we're gonna test it. So spawn. I'll have to find him. Okay, he's up here. So can I even get up there? If you could just hold still for me, that would be great, actually. I think he's stuck, so that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, just hold still right there. Is it a Steam game? Yeah, I'll probably release on Steam, but that's still like many, many years away. Okay, let me look at... I guess I can just go straight to my line trace utils. So as a part of that system, I was just explaining where everything's going to be running offline and the meshes aren't actually going to be there. I had to make my own line trace. Like I had to kind of rewrite trace utils. Because I have like 3 different collision systems. And I've been working on this for about 2.5 years. I've been writing code for about 14 years, I guess now. Professionally for about 10. Okay, so where is the box trace? There we go. So I'm doing the box trace now. I'm wondering if I'm just not, the box trace I never tested this for targeting. We are not watching a master at work. We're watching a monkey sling feces at a wall. That's what we're watching right now. Okay, so trace entities should be on. Shit, okay. I think I may need to, we need to breakpoint from, oh, did he just fucking fall? Oh, no. Did he? Oh, okay. He just walked up a wall, I suppose. Okay. He didn't fall through the ground. That's the important part. The gravity processor is working. Okay, it's actually not character-based. What do I want to do? Select target or something? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, that's what we want. Yeah, so breakpoint, actually just breakpoint there. Boom, okay. Oh, I never checked the include entities box. Yeah, that would explain it. That would explain it. Okay, still not working. Okay, never mind. That doesn't explain it. Condition's false. Okay. So put that breakpoint there. Okay. Now let's put a breakpoint in here as well. So this should be happening next. Targetable trace from select target. Okay, good. Multi-box trace, multi-by channel. Okay, here we are. Here we are. And I guess I should turn on draw debug. Is this a game? It is. How old was I when I began? I was about 16 when I started trying to actually learn how to write code. I don't think I actually typed my own lines of code till I was like 18. I was just copy and pasting Stack Overflow shit. Okay. Start, half size. I guess I need to go here. I never got a hit. Get entities within box. Okay, so this just never ended up working. This never ended up working. Yeah, that's gonna happen every frame now. So let's try that again. Okay, that breakpoint's still there. Okay, yeah. Okay, click. Get entities within box. Put you right there. Okay, continue. I hope that's true. Okay. Otherwise, we got issues. Oh, is this not correct? Is this not correct? Targetable. What do we have? Yeah, so we have the entity here. Hey, that kid is back on the escalator. It's a double stream, yeah. You didn't expect the double stream. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you, Push Button. Welcome in. Turning Cog, welcome in as well. Dark Dog, hello. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to figure out why my own line trace system is not tracing lines the way that I want it to trace lines. What game am I making? It's going to be a RPG Colony Sim Roguelite combo. Do I have any people in chat from South Africa? At least one, I presume. I don't exactly know where everyone is located. So I am not within box here. Okay, so I need to do some debug drawings, don't I? Okay. You got 5.6 set up? Nice. It's always nice getting that out of the way. You don't have to worry about it for a while. Okay, draw, debug. Box. I should not have unwritten this. Where is world? Oh, we gotta pass that in. Right. Okay. World? Are you gonna publish it on Steam? Someday. Probably someday. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, we needed to put that there in the capture arguments. Okay, so world's there. And yeah, location extent, quaternion, make that green. Lifetime 5 is fine. And then I want a before for the target location. Target location, let's go 50. How big do we want it? We can just go 25. Sounds good, I think. Let's do yellow. Yellow sounds like a nice color. That's where it, no, we'll go blue. Blue is where it starts. And then I add the Z leniency to it. Is there any way to contact me somewhere? You mean like not through chat? I presume. You can try. I don't know. I'm not good at contacting people. Can't you send like PMs on YouTube or whatever? Or on Twitch? I suppose you can on one of those two platforms. Okay, let's make this slightly smaller just so it doesn't overlap. And now, yeah, target location after the Z leniency is what we want. Okay, so run live coding there. And we'll wait for that. When you change CVARs in the command line, is that per editor session? To my knowledge, yeah. But you can do it, you can add them into default INI. Default engine.ini. So here's all my default CVAR settings, turning cog. If you want to make them permanent, you can just throw them up here. Like Discord or Reddit page. Yeah, don't have either of those. Don't have either of those. Oh, geez. Okay, so his location is a lot. Okay, I may need to forward specific debug information. Let's also not do lifetimes if it's going to happen every frame. Credit for this game would be wild. Yeah, I think I actually have to come up with a name first. I think that might be. I'm gonna assume reddit.com/r/my project is taken. Somehow this is mature content. I'm scared now. I am over 18. Oh, it's banned. It was banned due to being unmoderated. How do I work on games without having Discord? Why would I need Discord? Riddle me that. Why do I need Discord? 50 is a little big. I'll be honest. 50 is a little big. Go 20. 25. Just Twitch and YouTube for now for socials. Just Twitch and YouTube. I'll be honest, I don't like I love Discord for just VoIP. It's a great piece of VoIP software. Great piece of VoIP software. What I hate is how it fucking hoards information. Little bro doesn't know the times at TeamSpeak. Yeah, and it shows. What was it? It was like TeamSpeak. We had Mumble as well, Ventrilo. Skype was actually big for a little bit for gamers. Yeah, I just hate how, like, there's so much information hidden in Discord now, and I kind of hate it. Like, Discord kind of hoards information because it doesn't show up in a Google search. Whatever happened to forums? You know what I mean? Like, just make a forum. Or at least make Discord have fucking web pages for their Discord servers. Because now it's like, there are a lot of great, like, game dev Discord servers that I've come to learn about. And I've joined them, and there's like a ton of like really helpful people in them and stuff. And it's like, dude, if you could just put that on a fucking forum so the rest of us can search it without having to like just know about this Discord server that just exists in the ether, you know? Like, I had to get told about it by a friend. So yeah, it's kind of annoying that like there's so many questions I could have searched for that this Discord server maybe has answered it. Never gonna show up in a Google page, Google search. You can add more organization and talk with people. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's great for like communication, but I hate the lack of organization of the information. It's not organized and it's not accessible. Speaking of TeamSpeak, did you hear they're making a comeback? Yeah, Discord is also going to get shitty soon, I think, because they're still in like VC stage, which is super dumb. But they're gonna need to make money at some point, and it will get shitty because of that. They're either going to sell it to someone or they're going to start making money themselves, unfortunately. Are you gonna make a GeoCities page for your game? Yeah, definitely. And also I'll make a Foursquare page too, and a Yelp page. There are a lot of helps for Discord servers. There are, but unfortunately, you're never gonna find them from a Google search. You're just gonna have to know about them, you know. But Discord server, Epic for Indies, Unreal Source. Unreal Source is the one I had in mind. But yeah, now I know of another one. Can we not like leak my Discord, please? Thank you. Unreal Garden, another one. Oh yeah, I asked the creator of Mass a question, and I got a really condescending answer in Unreal Source. I remember that. Yeah, never going back there again. But you can search the Discord servers for game developing and other. Yeah, but you can only text search, and there's like a million different fucking channels. And the information is not organized into threads. And again, you have to know about the Discord server first. And so now I have like, 7 different Discord servers that I have to search through. And I have to do all these different kinds of text searches because it's not doing a semantic Google search based off of page rank and hits and popularity and similar words, synonyms. All the things that make Google search great are gone now that you're just doing a free text search in a Discord server, and then you have to do it across multiple servers. Like, it's a terrible way. It's a terrible way to organize questions and answers. Like, all that information is so much less useful than it could be. It's like you're wasting answering questions because you're only helping the person who asks it, and maybe a few other people who stumble into that Discord server and search for the right string of text to make that conversation pop up. Oh, and then you also have to hope that the conversation was coherent in that channel and not broken up by a bunch of different other conversations that were happening. But yeah, I'm ranting about Discord now. I'm ranting about Discord. I think it's great for VoIP. I think it's great for VoIP stuff. I think it's great to have a server to hang out with your friends and just shoot the shit. I think it's bad for organizing information and making it accessible. When you're in the community, you usually know a lot of servers because people tell you that's the Discord community. Yeah, that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. You have to know. You have to be in the know. So it's not very accessible. It's not very open. Do I have to be like right on fucking time? Can you hold still, my dude? I liked old school message boards. Yeah, those were better. Those were better. They organized the information so much fucking better. So I can click on him if I'm like right on top of him looking down. But that's it. Actually, give me another guy. Do the one that can't move. I made one that can't move. Give me that one. Okay, where did he go? There he is. Cool. Okay. So much of dev is word of mouth. It's so irritating. Yeah, and I'm sad Stack Overflow is kind of like going under. You know, as pretentious as Stack Overflow can be, I've found a lot of fucking answers there. You know, that's how I learned how to code. A lot of Stack Overflow. And so I know their traffic is dipping because of AI. It would be nice if they could get on board with AI and make it, you know, train AI on some Stack Overflow answers and stuff. It'd be nice. So I don't want to see Stack Overflow go away by any means. We should make a Discord bot that connects to a website forum. We can make a discussion. Yeah, but the thing is, you have to do that for the server. I'm talking about every Discord server, right? Discord should make those web pages. Discord should have a web page for every server, and then that way it'll show up in Google. I agree. I have several Discords I'm part of for game dev, and it's pure pain trying to find info. Yeah, the information is hidden and almost kind of coveted, you know? I kind of get the vibe that game devs are kind of elitist in some, you know, I shouldn't make any generalizations, but it seems like there are several forms of elitism where people like kind of hoard information or something, you know. Worse is the amount of knowledge hidden behind a paywall on UDN. What's UDN? I'm not aware of UDN. And yes, I am a solo dev. So much of dev is word of mouth, it's irritating. Yeah, it seems like that for game dev especially. And I guess that's kind of the elitism I'm talking about. Like, people don't want to put their information in like a nice format. I'm hoarding information right now. You son of a bitch. Give it back. Give it to the people. Unreal Developer Network. Why have I not heard of that? What is Unreal Developer Network? Okay, so I need to just do like specific debugging for these, I think. Interactable trace. Okay, yeah, let's just write some debugs for this. Okay, I'm gonna head out later, my guy. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Jacques. Have a good day. How the fuck would we find out about that without you? wait, what? What? Okay, so camera trace. I guess I need to add that there too. Draw debug. Thane Clan, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you. Welcome to the Discord rant. It's the first time I'm hearing about UDN as well. Someone ELI5. Who's got the information? Who's hoarding the information on what UDN is? Camera tray, blah, blah, camera tray sample. Yeah, so I gotta like, dude, I gotta like forward these draw debugs through so much abstraction. For duration. Do I have what the duration is though? Oh, I can update this too. So draw debug type. Okay, yeah, we can undo that. Okay. Did I properly do that? I did for duration, but I don't know that there. Let's actually just do persistent for now. Okay, we'll have to rebuild that. Okay, now I gotta search Unreal Developer Network. Oh, here we go. UDN requires at least 10-seat licensing to be allowed to be offered the service. A lot of information there is hidden behind NDAs because it is the support that game studios use. But it's like an open forum. I guess I thought that you would get support from like the Unreal Engine devs, not like from other devs using Unreal Engine. Wait a second. Uh-oh. I didn't pass it through. Okay, we have more to do. I didn't do that right. Interactable trace. Yeah, I need to put that in here. But I guess you're saying it's like an open forum, but not open. Yeah, that does sound kind of lame. That's how we're gonna prevent like AI becoming game devs, because we're we're only giving away game dev information through word of mouth. Okay, wait, where is my... Wait a second. You're supposed to have a draw debug on you. Why don't you? Oh my god, of course I missed one. Of course I missed one. The one that I actually needed. I did it on the wrong one. There's support from devs on the Epic Pro, but also private discussion forum. Interesting. Yeah, I'm sure there is a lot of great information there. Sounds like there would be. We could write it in cursive and keep it from the younglings. Dude, I don't even know if I remember how to write or read cursive. Creatives, hi, new here. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm trying to fix my target line trace. Or I guess it's a box trace, actually. It's a box trace now. There we go. Now I have a draw debug. Cool. Okay, run it. Okay. What's the project? It's a RPG Colony Sim Roguelite is what I'm working on. This is, it's got procedural terrain. This is what we're looking at here. And, yeah. Yeah, that. I'm trying to fix some things here, though. Give me an entity. Where did he go? Did that spawn? I am making a game. Where did he spawn at? Interesting. Okay, give me another one that maybe spawns closer to me. Yeah, he definitely did. There he is. Okay, we got a bogey. Okay, there's the line trace. Okay. Okay. I guess I should have also forwarded that to the entity trace util. So I may have to restart again. Does this have a this does have a draw debug. Okay. Pass that through. If draw debug. If draw debug. Want a name suggestion? Sure. Go for it. Programming language? C++. Unreal Engine C++. Persistent line. Yeah, we'll just go persistent lines. Sure. Well, no, these ones go like 5 seconds. False 5 seconds. Okay, so we don't need to rebuild. That's nice. Tribe hard. It sounds very tribal. It sounds like it's a bit more tribal. Okay. Show me. Okay. Did that return a hit? That should have returned a hit. Did it not? Colonies, tribes, same difference. That sounds like a Far Cry Primal type vibe. I'm going for more medieval, more fantasy medieval. The try hard pun was nice. Yeah, I think that was lost on me. I think that was lost on me. Okay, is point within box. Maybe is this code wrong? Location, extent, orientation. Well, it returned a hit from like the regular collision. I'm gonna turn him back into an entity. What's your name? Do you have LinkedIn? I'm not gonna give that out. Nice try, hacker. Nice try, hacker man. Okay, so... Oh, you know, I think I get it. Yeah. I think I might know. Get entities within box. Where are you called from? I think I understand what's happening. Let me look here. Start. Yeah, because we're sweeping. We're sweeping, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. How long have I been working with UE? About a year, about 2.5 years. A little over 2.5 years now. Okay, how do I handle... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I didn't think about this. I forgot I was doing a sweep with the box. Shit. Shit. Okay, how do I handle that within my entity system? I was trying to know your experience as a software engineer. I have been writing code for professionally for about 10 years. Almost 10 years now. Luke, this is your father. My Trunk's mom says hi. Hey guys. Happy weekend. Hope you're having a great weekend. Welcome in. Yoldi Dying Simulator? Yeah, that's a great name. Maybe something with more war crimes, I think, maybe. But how am I gonna handle a box sweep trace against these entities? I could just like change the box into... I think I could probably just change the extent before I pass it in here. So that way, hang on, let me let's continue the execution here. Pause. Pause. Okay, he's not actually rendered anymore. Look that way. Okay, now pause. Except my points moved. Okay, so to trace against him, I just need this long box, because what I do for the normal trace is I take a small box and I sweep it across that. So let's instead just change that. Where were we calling this from again? Yes, the box trace multi-byte channel. Okay, so here, yeah, okay, so let's change the, so let's call this f vector sweep extent equals, so let's say like, okay, so for a regular trace, we use a small box and sweep it to the end location. For an entity trace, we use the full box. Yeah. So AI, can you autocomplete that? Is that small box for sweep? That is not at all what I wanted. So this is going to be, I have half size. I have start, half size, and end. So if I take start, and end, and half size, and orientation, oh my god, this is going to be a nightmare piece of logic. We're both chilling on the couch. Glad you guys are relaxing. That's good I love that for you guys. I am doing no such thing. Okay. All right, let's get some AI in here. What are we doing? Claude or Gemini? We'll try Gemini first. Give me a new chat. All right. I don't want to write this god awful math that is going to be here. Can you help me figure out how to translate the box sweep into a single... Mydrong is a family name. Yeah, Mydrong... Mr. Mydrong was my father. Can you help me figure out how to translate the box sweep into a single box extent? All right, help me. Save me, AI. You're my only hope. Okay, we're trying. Look how long that line trace was. It went all the way across the world. Okay, are we done cooking anything up? Gemini 2.5 Pro is a little slow. Here we go. The compilation error. Okay, you didn't have to roast me too, okay? Okay, just give me the juice. Just give it to me. I know it's mathy and stuff. Box center, box extent, location, extent. Is orientation the same? I'm surprised you haven't rolled your own AI. Okay, I can't. I'm not that competent. If you think I'm that competent, I guess I'm just doing a great job at gaslighting you. You creating a game? I am. I am. Let's see if this works. Would orientation be the same for the box? I guess it would. The rotation would be the same. All right, let's see if I get a hit this time. One hit this time. No, I did not. I did not. It didn't even, let's rerun it. I got too many traces sticking around. Now let's rerun it. Okay. Okay. Good, good, good. Good. Okay, give me an entity. Just one. Give me the one that can't move. We can't let him escape. Because we need to test with him. Okay, I don't know where he went. Is he in the cave? Where is he? Where are you? I can find him with the visual logger. You can't escape the wrath of the visual logger. Okay, you can because a crash just happened. So, lucky. It's your lucky day. And now we're supposed to be working on spawning entities, and I just went on this whole side quest to fix my line trace. I think I know the issue now though, so I'll maybe fix it later if it doesn't work here in a little bit. If I can't get it to work here in a little bit. Okay, yeah, rerun. Okay, here I am. Wonderful. Okay, I am once again asking you for a colonist that cannot move, preferably spawned close. That would be nice. Okay, I have no idea where he spawned. Give me another one. Okay, I can smell him. There he is. I knew it. He was close. Okay. Pause. Why am I not drawing the debug locations anymore? Riddle me that. Let me look at 0. Where's 0, 0 at? It's probably somewhere around here. Okay, I see no debug drawings. I see no debug drawings. Okay, we didn't actually hit that either. So are we actually doing the raw debug is true. What's happening here? Raw debug, pass that to camera trace. Draw debug, camera trace simple. Identities within box. Box trace multi by channel. Where am I calling you from? Box trace, camera trace, impl, where we do pass in the... It is persistent. Camera trace. Yeah, I mean, we definitely get there. Why is, give me that. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Debug type not equal to none. That means debug is true. Well, debug type was passed in as what now? It should have been passed in as persistent, so that should be fine. Let me throw another breakpoint. First of all, get past this one. Go away. Thank you. Okay. Breakpoint there. Do another one. Okay. It's the turbo encabulator that's the problem. Yeah, I'll have to rewrite one of those real quick. Hi, how are you? Sorry, my English is really bad. Says the guy who is speaking perfect English. Yeah, nice try, perfect English speaker. Nice try. I'm well, though. Hope you're well, too. Okay. So we got here. What is the draw debug type is persistent? Which means it should be true. Are we just not like... Okay, so we do get here. Okay. Why aren't there any fucking entities here, huh? What have you done to my entities? Oh, now there is. Wait, what? Why is there only on the interactable trace? Okay, there were no entities to iterate through on the targetable trace. Oh, I bet I know what the issue is. Yeah, we're not even getting there because, like, I mean, the location probably that we're using for the bot, whatever code the AI gave me just does. Straight up broke it. Let me think about what it's doing here. Box center start plus end divided by 2. Is that center? It sounds like average, but is that center? Okay, while I'm thinking about that, let's get Claude up in here. Hey Claude, can you fix what Gemini did? Okay, let me look at this. Orientation. We got the inverse rotation. Rotated from end to start. Local sweep vector. Get absolute position of that, or get absolute value of that. Let's get it. Oh, you can get an absolute vector. It is midpoint rule. Okay, works. The rest of it doesn't. Half size. Thank you. I'm Brazilian, so the reason my English is bad is because I only know the basics. Again, stated with perfect punctuation. You're fine, my dude. You're fine. Okay, Claude, have you fixed it yet? It's already correct. It ain't, though. It ain't. Okay, if it's so correct, draw debug box it is. Come on, autocomplete already. Orientation and what comes next. Center extent. Oh, there is no orientation. Wait, is there not a draw debug box with orientation? No, there is. It takes in a quaternion. That's why. Yeah, just sure, make it persistent. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I knew that wasn't right. Like, I don't know why Ryder was giving me the business there. World vector. Another vector for extent. Rotation. Oh, I needed color. Obligatory. Sorry about my English, for I'm not a native speaker and therefore cannot elicit from mind all the intrinsic nuances of English lexicon. Yeah. let me look here. That actually does look correct. I only speak English and bad English. I only speak bad English. Y'all got that good English teacher over there? Crazy. Okay, so that was actually correct. I'm sorry, I insulted the AI. That's another 40 years of lashings whenever AI takes over for me. I questioned it. So then why isn't my entity query? I guess it's probably because the location is now in a different chunk. Oh, do I have to change my whole chunk system now? I knew this day would come. Because I'm not I am only checking for the chunk where the location is in, and I'm guessing the entity chunk is different. What code editor are you using? This is Ryder, the JetBrains IDE. Okay. I'm getting the neighbor chunk locations too. We must dive deeper. Let's actually go to a test level. What on earth? Oh, that game state terrain controller was null. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay. Oh, I would like to get back into the spawning of entities, but we've got bugs. This is why we have ants. I thought this would be an easy one. Turns out I'm going to need to refactor my whole chunk processor. Okay, just spawn me. This was the wrong level. This one. Okay, yeah, so we're there. Yes. Give me this. Oh my god, stop. Push button. That is so much. I would like to begin with a heartfelt acknowledgement. English is not my first language, and while I strive to communicate clearly and effectively, I am aware that there may be moments when my phrasing, vocabulary, or grammar could lead to unintended ambiguity or confusion. Please understand that any such missteps are never due to carelessness, but rather the natural challenges that come with expressing oneself in a language acquired through ongoing learning, not instinct. I'm upset you made me read all that, but it was funny. What is Dark Medieval Editor? It's just like an asset pack that I downloaded, and when I added it to my project, it overrode my splash screen image. So the answer is nothing, really. Nothing really. Quite simple, really. Chunks. Yeah, let me look at the chunky boys here. I guess we'll just see. Chunk log 030. Okay, yeah, so this one is going to return them. Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is, actually. Hello? Okay, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know what it is. That's the wrong one. Okay. Really? Really? Chunk location. Chunks. Chunk center. 3,000 chunk locations. I guess if it is only in a 3,000 radius. Ugh, I'm gonna have to change this whole thing. I don't think it's 3D either. That's the thing that I thought. I knew what the issue was. It's a 2D grid. I'm pretty sure. So the reason it wasn't working is because I was on a big mountain. I guess I've never tried to target anything being on a big mountain. So yeah, that's gonna be a whole thing. I just want to target you, please. I can still tab target. Okay, well, I know what the issue is now, so target line trace doesn't work. Chunk processor doesn't return entities because it kind of sucks, because I only wrote it in a 2D grid and it can't handle traces larger than the grid size. Okay, wonderful. Add it to the list. Add it to the list. Okay, so the next issue was that I was not getting XP on kill. Actually, I'm gonna skip that. Let's skip that. We're gonna go straight to the state tree. That's what I want to do right now. So I just want a state tree. I just want a state tree. Where is my... There's my schema. Thank you. Okay, so this is... What do I want to call this? I have a colonist state tree, and then just like a... what is it? Just like a random wander State tree. I wonder if I could copy all this. Actually, let's duplicate this. And delete the, we'll work from there. And this is state tree colonist. So random wander. Yeah, we do want the dead. We do want combat. Let's make them not interactable, I guess. They have no interaction state, no hangy, no sleepy state, no colonist task. Now, what I do want is I guess this is like a spawn wander. But I guess that's probably what I should probably subtree that. Yeah, let's create a subtree. Bro, is that not how you spell state tree? What? Oh, it's one word. Okay. Okay. State tree, and this is just going to be like wander. Let's do random wander within radius. Okay. Okay. Type state. Okay, so I just do state here. Yeah, okay, state. And I've totally forgotten how to use these state trees because I haven't worked on them in so long. I would like to pass in values here. Now, let me look at combat. So I imagine if I added parameters on the tree, new property, compile, save, random wander. Let's, yeah, we can delete those. Make this the type subtree. Where do I select the subtree? Good sir. Linked subtree. Linked asset. There we go. That's, I guess, what I want. Random wander within radius. Okay, the property does show up there. Okay, that's what I thought. We need to add some properties on here. So I need a vector for location. I need a float for radius. And then do I need to do like the wait time or whatever? Do I need to parameterize that? Parameterize the wait time, perhaps. Does that make sense? Why not? Min and max. Or I'll say min idle time, which is another float. Rename max idle time, which is another float. Max idle time, just 10 seconds, sure. 0 to 10. Radius, default radius, 3000, sure. Location, no rest for the wretched. Well, there's already no rest for the wicked. That's already a game. I feel like that's a little too close. Okay, so I have this state, and I basically just want to copy. Okay, you're really gonna throw a fit now? Copy that. I just paste. Nice. Okay, wander move to. Okay, find random reachable point. Radius, radius. Location is fine. Where's the input radius? Find random reachable point. Where, this is the new state tree stuff. Okay, so I gotta go look this up now. Find random reachable point. This is my own code. I wrote this. Okay. So it's specifically taking in the entity location. Now, I'm pretty sure I can... pass that in. I'm pretty sure I made a way to do that. Instance data, so instead do instance data dot in location. Okay, we'll have to rebuild that. Compile, let me make sure everything's saved here. So file save. And I'll need to go fix that everywhere now. Everywhere that I use that. Because before I was just using it to, like, if they were hangy, which is when their food level drops below like 40 or something, they get hangy and they try to find food. If they can't find any food, they just start running around. Like if there's, I should say, if there's no food nearby, they just start running around into random directions. Because that's what I do when I'm hangy. If there's not food in my immediate vicinity, I just pick a random point in my radius and I just run to it, and I do it again until there's food within my distance. Okay, so here's one of them. In location. I thought I had like global vars. I thought I had get entity data. Okay, that's what we need to do. That's what I'm thinking. I wrote all this so long ago, I'm forgetting how to actually use it. So we need to get entity data. Transform entity data. Find this. Wait, oh, I can't? Wait, how do I use it up here? Proxy actor entity data. Out data. Get entity data, out data, proxy actor, blah, 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 blah. Actor in. What are you? You're an input. Do I need to change it to an input? Rather than a parameter? Or do I just need to compile, maybe? Compile? Oh, no. I feel like changing it to an input is not going to make a difference. Let me look at the get entity data. Excuse me. I put it there. Oh, it's not blueprint read only. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay. Rebuild. And now we wait. How are we doing tonight, chat? How are we doing? I'm on a quest to spawn things in the forest. think eventually I should probably pretty soon make just some new entities instead of just my humanoid ones. It's just kind of a pain because I have to bake like 30 fucking animations to textures for the VAT things. And then there's this I cache the transform of every single bone in the skeletal mesh, so I can use that for attachments. And I guess that doesn't matter too much for the wolves or for like an animal because they won't really have attachments. But there's some code I need to write for that I've been putting off that I'll need to, so I don't want to do that. So I'm avoiding it. Find random reachable point. So that didn't save my get entity data. Put that in there. Put that back there. Actually get the transform data. Can I bind this now? I still can't fucking bind it? What? I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Why does it work? Why does it work for this one? Get actor transform. Wait, where did... Oh, okay. This one is fine. Again, it's an input. Okay, I'll change it to an input. I doubt that's gonna fix it though. Inputs. Edit anywhere, category input. Okay. Where am I gonna get like the spawn? How am I gonna pass the spawn info to the state tree? That's what I want to do the radius for. That's what I want to use for the radius. I suppose I could pass that. I would need to have some entity data, right? I would need to assign it to the entity. Yeah, I would need some entity, some piece of data, entity data, for just like spawn info, like where they were spawned at or something. Spawn location, something like that, I suppose. Okay, compile. Yes, you need an input. Why can't I use the entity data? Please. I would like to use you. Okay, so I could use proxy actor entity data. All well and good. Is there any other get entity data that I've used? Hangy. Find food. Okay. Oh my god, now this is turning into a can of worms now too. Let me take a look at get entity data. Where did that go? Here. Visible anywhere, category output. It is a struct. But I guess I can't extract from that struct. Maybe I should make these visible I mean, I can select the proxy actor data, right? I'm doing that in one of these. which was here. Let me remove that. It's not there anymore. Wait, undo. Did they break it with the latest update? Outdata.proxy, yeah, I can see it. But if I were to remove the binding, I can no longer bind it. Did they break that? Uh-oh. Well, that's really annoying. That's really annoying. How am I supposed to work on these state trees if they don't work properly? Do they have some new documentation on them for the new update? Ba-da-ba-boo. Guess quick start guide or something. I need like binding. Data flow. Add a new condition. They only show properties there. Wanna go? Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Good night. Yeah, I'll see you later. Maybe I'll be working on more fun things that aren't just me trying to figure out why the state tree doesn't work. External state tree. I would just like to bind data. I don't remember reading anything about them changing how data binding works in state trees. The real fire. Hello. Can I, if I remove this one, does that even show back up? That one shows back up. Root/interaction. What am I working on? Working on a video game. I'm trying to make some new state trees, but I think I found out that Epic may have broken them in their latest update, because they do not work the same. I cannot bind things the same way. So they have changed something without saying it, or they have broken it. I'm gonna just shot in the dark. Let's at least just make this, we're gonna make these visible anywhere. And let's do blueprint read only, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Okie dokie. Okie dokie then. Yeah, I just wanted to like, I have like a base state tree, but it's got all my colonist logic in it. And I just want to spawn like some random mobs that just kind of wander around and don't have like colony related logic to them. And in trying to set those up, I do not seem to be able to bind data the way I was expecting to. So that's super annoying. There it is. There it is. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, so they changed it to where it needs to be blueprint read only now. Or no, it was visible anywhere. Well, I added both. I added the blueprint read only to the parent struct, and then I added visible anywhere to the subset members in that struct. Okay. Okay, I figured it out. Okay. Although that's not, I need to fix that elsewhere. We did it. That was all you, chat. Okay. Where else do I need to do that at? I think in find food, probably. Yeah. I should maybe just make... No, never mind. I was gonna say, maybe I should make entity data just available all the time without having to run this. But I think that would be too much. If I don't need it, I shouldn't be doing all that extra work for no reason. Compile, yay. State tree god, Odd Oculus, how we doing, bud? Welcome in. Yeah, they changed the way data binds. And they didn't tell us. So if you're wondering why your C++ state tree tasks don't work the same, it's either adding this, you either have to have visible anywhere or blueprint read only. I don't know which one it did. But it did not used to be that way. And I could tell that because whenever I got rid of like my previous bindings, I couldn't rebind them to the same thing. So that's kind of annoying that happened. And of course, zero documentation on it. Of course. Must have a valid schema. Yeah, so that doesn't have a valid schema because I need to pass in the spawn info. I need to pass in the spawn info. It would suck to just have a data fragment just to pass in spawn information. Like, that feels really shitty. Should I just put it on the proxy actor? I'm trying to think. I should probably try to make another entity just to go through the process, like a different type, rather than just the humanoid. Because really, so far, the only real purpose I'm going to have for the spawn location is to just pass in the location that he should wander around in. Which feels like so minor, and I don't want to make a whole piece of entity data for that. And I don't do anything in like my entity spawner, do I? I just have the original spawn point. I don't know, I could put it on the transform data. But I kind of feel like my transform entity data is already getting a little bulky. Putting it on the proxy actor also feels weird. That would be the most straightforward way, though, at the moment. I'm just gonna do that. We're just gonna make it work. Fuck it. Make it work. Make it work. And I have multiple spawn info structs. FPCG spawn info that I then transform into a spawn entity info. Maybe we'll just do spawn point. I guess some information on the archetype that it is would be maybe helpful. But the archetype is really just the list of default data that it spawns with. So maybe a spawn data fragment would be preferable, because then I could just use that to spawn them, rather than having like an external struct that I use to spawn them. But that also kind of feels weird from like the way that I'm doing it, because right now I have a spawner that I pass like generators and configs to. And then those have which archetypes to spawn on them. So it'd be weird to have the archetypes then specify how they are supposed to be spawned. That doesn't feel like it makes sense. That doesn't fit into my version of the world. Let's just simple. Make it simple. So simple that I can't even spell. On transform. Init proxy actor. And I guess just whenever this gets initialized with an entity, just grab the transform. Do I need a rotation or anything? No, let's just effector spawn point. I'm like way overthinking this for some reason. Spawn point. Okay. So now that's there, visible anywhere, blueprint read only. Okay, so that should show up in the state tree now. Ooh. Okay. Are we going? The builds are just slowing to an absolute crawl. So I think what I'll want to do for like testy tests for just silly little things. Silly little things. I suppose I'll just want the colonists to wander around in the world at first and like not die if they're hungry and shit, you know, and not get attacked. Dr. Elliot, welcome in. Game done yet? No, I can't find. They moved the finish game button in the latest update, and I can't find it. Random reachable points, parameters. We're actually going to get proxy actor data now. Proxy actor entity data. Get entity data, out data, proxy actor spawn point. There we go. Now we're always wandering in a radius to our spawn point. And then min duration, max duration. Yeah, min idle time. Find it. Fucking ship it. Okay. Now, after we wait, on state completed, transition to tree succeeded. Okay, so we got the just random spawn wander. Wander within spawn point radius. Do that. On completed, yeah, just go to root. Now, do I already have the on tick go to dead? Okay, so dead's already set up. Okay, beautiful. Now I need an archetype. I need an archetype now for this data. What did I do with the entity that can't move? Didn't I fucking have what did I do with that? Hang on. Spawner. No can move. Yeah, where is that at? Oh, I put that in the wrong folder. Enemy warrior, no can move. Okay. Yeah, so I think maybe I should change all of these. Yeah, let's can I bulk edit these? How does that work? So these guys need a different state tree. Okay, state tree humanoid, which is just that. Okay, so now this is let's rechange the name. Change the name, please. Thank you. Entity data, state tree colonist is that. Let's duplicate that and call it state tree random spawn. Okay, and change that to I don't like the names of this. Random wander. Call it random spawn or something. Random spawn root tree, or like base. We'll call it base tree. This is more so like the root. Random spawn, we'll call it root. And call this colonist root. Those are the ones we want. Okay, so we have the entity data for that. So go into the archetype. Oh, it just opened all of them, didn't it? I have to edit them individually. Battery name, edit. Okay, no, I can. So we're state tree. These are now you are now the happy owners of a random spawn wander state tree. Ooh, and I guess I need. Oh, I also need to pass in like the spawn radius, don't I? Fuck. I forgot about that. Right now it's hard coded, but next time we restart. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, next time we restart, that will be there. Let's wire it up, actually. Spawn radius now. I suppose now that if I need that, then I need to do it in the spawner where I have that information. I guess I don't end up passing in the radius, do I? Oh God, how do I want to do this? Because I don't want to have to like specify. I don't want to have to specify like a fucking wander radius for every goddamn entity I add in the game. I almost need like parameterized state trees. Like, not like, but like instanced state trees. I feel like that would be what I want. But I guess I could just programmatically set parameters on the state tree. Yeah, I mean, I guess that way I wouldn't have to store the data. Yeah, but then I would need to know, like, these parameters of this state tree I would need to put in here. And then for this one, yeah, I mean, I think that would be worth it though. What's the game name? Right now, the game is called My Project. That's the game name. Okay, we're just gonna leave the radius hard-coded for now. Let's just hop in here and see if they like do stuff. They are doing stuff. They are just wandering. Yeah, I guess I don't do any vlogs for the radius. I guess I'll just assume it's correct. Which is better, Unity or Godot? They're both tools. Different tools are better for different things. It's up to you to figure out how to use them. Oftentimes, the best tool is the one that you are the best with. But don't try to use the wrong tool for the wrong job. That's also not good. Okay, yeah, they're just like wandering around. Let's just go back into the procedural world. Okay, clear that. Actually, stop and clear. Yes. Okay, I mean, wait, did I turn on spawning? Hang on, pause. You can probably turn it on real quick before it actually gets there. On mobs, yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should also have a function for that too, so I can control it. Uh-oh. Okay, Dr. Elliot, are you here right now? I need you. It happened. Look, we're stuck on a lock. We're stuck on a scope lock. And we'll try to find where the other one is happening. Right here. No? Yes. Yes, because there should be a scope lock in this function too. Yeah, there's a scope lock right there in this function. So this thread has a lock. This thread has the lock. Background worker number 5. I always knew background worker number 5 was the problem. But yeah, this is what I was talking about the other day when I was like, yeah, I seem to have to do a try lock, or else the scope locks conflict with each other. Damn, I ain't ever locked a damn thing in my life. Yeah. I do a lot on the background threads, so it's becoming quite necessary. But like, I was under the impression that if you did a scope lock, it would just handle everything for you. It locks it, it'll do a lock when it gets right here, or else wait for one if it can't acquire one. And when this function goes out of scope, it cleans itself up and unlocks. But yeah, I have evidence here that there's an exception happening. Well, not an exception. We're just stuck. Like, the game is frozen. I can't do anything. Programming is shit. Well, my programming is shit. Don't besmirch all of programming just because my code is shit, okay? Dr. Elliot. If I say his name 3 times, he'll show up, right? I'll try Google searching in the meantime. Unreal Engine. Scope lock can't stuck trying to get thread. Scope lock. Let me do this. F scope lock can't acquire thread. Freeze. F critical selection does not lock. Occasional freeze. I don't know. None of this really sounds like it would help me. What is the answer? The F scope lock will take care of all the locking and unlocking for you. Nobody programming today, only idiots. Those are very strong words. Use AI. I don't think AI understands this level here. There are no examples of this on the internet, so no data to go from. Critical try lock. Wait until unlocked. Yeah, I end up having to do the same thing that this guy's doing. And it's like, you shouldn't need that. Well, if I don't have that, you have mismatched lock and unlock. I mean, when I look at the functions, like this function does not do an early return anywhere. Nor does the function nor does the thread that has the lock. And in any case, it's a scope lock, so it should handle unlocking. Maybe I don't even know what I'm looking at. Scope, critical selection. It is suggestive scope lock as a local variable and not as a pointer. So it automatically gets destroyed. Let me guess, this doesn't link to anything. Yeah, I fucking figured. Oh. I'm just now learning about these guys. Thread safe counter. Neato. That's nice. But there's only 2. Okay. I would like a thread safe map. That would be really sick. Yeah, none of that really helps me. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to kick the can down the road on that one. I mean, I really feel like the scope lock doesn't do... I mean, just looking... I've looked at the source code, and I don't see, like, how it actually ends up doing, like, a try lock. You know? So here's the underlying class. Here's the... instructor, I suppose. Which just takes the input mutex and locks it. Does this underline? Oh, there's so many. I mean, this is just on the critical selection, so I guess I have to look at that. F critical. Is it because it's mutable? Windows recursive mutex. Enter critical selection. Enter critical selection. Enter critical. I'm just going back and forth. How does this actually... Where's the actual def for this? Is there a CPP file here? Is it all... There is a try enter critical selection, but that is not what ends up getting called. I do understand how AI works. I do not think it will get the right answer here. Buddy, I work at Google. I use it quite often. I understand. I am reading the literal source code. Like, this is the source of truth. And it is telling me that it is not trying to do a lock. It is directly locking, which is contrary to what people are saying on the internet and what Dr. Elliott just told me. And there is no... Unless there's just another type in this file. Scope lock, scope unlock. I don't know, why would you need a scope unlock? T-scope lock, F critical selection, yeah. None of the T-scope lock does not try a lock anywhere, right? Try. It's not in here at all. It doesn't try to do the lock. So yeah, I think people on the internet are wrong here. Oh, here's the fucking type I should probably use. Damn, bro, there are code block samples in your comments. What, like a writer? Like how the writer formatting? Yeah. It's a setting somewhere. I forget what it's called. Rendered view. Okay, I should use this, probably. People on the internet are wrong. And also, I'm gonna have to call up Dr. Elliott. I do work at Google, yes. There's also a scope read-write lock. Okay, but this is a T-scope try lock. Let me look at this, because it was F scope lock, right? So it had like a concrete class, kind of. And I didn't see a... Oh, I did. There is one. Okay. Fix the issue. Ship it. Okay. See, if you just look at the source code, you don't need AI, and you can learn. Now I'm just an angry man yelling at clouds, I suppose. Maybe I'm figuring out why. F scope. Oh, I spelled it wrong. F scope try lock include. Okay. There we go. Just read the source code. You don't even need documentation. I'm joking. That's not a good excuse. Such a crazy concept. Look at code to learn. Yeah. The thing is, like, now that I have, okay, let's put it to the test. Let's put it to the test. Okay, I'm gonna try and put myself in the frame of mind that I was in before. We're gonna put this to the, okay, whoops. All right, Gemini 2.5 Pro, the best they got so far on AI Studio. So the better, not just the fucking dumbass Gemini thing. Okay. How come? How would I have said this? Wait, what did I search? Didn't I have some searches open? Yeah, I'll just put the Google search in here and see what happens at first. I don't know, it's taking a while. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, it's thinking about like deadlift. It's thinking so hard. So this is just by giving it the search query. It's giving me so many fucking options. Analyze the thread, open the call stack window. You know, one thing I hate about this interface is how laggy it is. Everything else is great. What is a deadlock? Resource acquisition and initialization error. I usually just feed it as much engine source as I can and ask. Works better. How long do you take feeding it source code? I mean, what, you upload all the files? Like... That is so overkill for just like not trying to. I think you should Google search first before. That seems like a very last ditch effort kind of thing. I'll be honest with you. That seems like such overkill. I mean, I have Copilot, which has access to my code base. So I will try it in here as well, which also has Gemini 2.5 Pro. What made you want to make this game? I've always wanted to make a copy paste 20 seconds. How do you... It takes you 20 seconds to put as much engine source code in here as possible. What are you copying and pasting in here? What would you have copy and pasted for this? Okay, let me, I mean, I already put the try locks in here, so honestly, this is a biased, this would be biased now, because it does have access to my code. Surely all the models have UE source code access already? I mean, on some level, it is on GitHub, right? So on some level they do, but like, and I've used Gemini for some things in Unreal Engine, and it does do a pretty good job. But it does not know about the F-scope try lock. It did not mention that. A thread freezing on F-scope lock. Minimize scope lock. Okay, let me ask. Shouldn't the F-scope lock take care of trying to acquire the lock when another thread already has one? So the reason I don't use AI more is because it's not very seamless. Like the AI, the internal autocomplete we have at Google is very good. It's very good. Entire test files are written for me now, almost. Entire test cases assuredly are. And it's all generated in line. Like I don't have to prompt it at all. And so that's really nice. It's seamless. That works within my flow. I'm not taking myself out of it. I know what I want to write. It also knows what I want to write as well. And when those two things align, it works great. When I have to hop out of the editor and I have to start copying, pasting random things that I think Gemini or some AI would find useful, and I have to keep guessing and checking, that to me is very inefficient than just doing a Google search and finding a thread where someone has a similar issue. Now, no one did. But that takes me out of the flow. Now, I did just vibe code my first CL last week because I got access to some cool stuff internally. But the execution times, like it's not a quick execution time. I could use Flash. And this is also, it does take care of it. It does not prevent deadlocks. Okay. It's still not telling me about the F-scope trilock. It's just saying, like, do a better job managing it, essentially. And so I'm not sure, like, copy and pasting my own code in here probably wouldn't have gotten me that. Not even copying and pasting the scope lock code would have. It took me actually looking at the files. That's what it took for me to figure that one out. Like I generally know the kinds of things that I need help on, and like I use AI for, like the very mathy things it's very good at. It's very good at. Like when I need something rotated, you know, AI is my guy. AI is my guy. You know, bilinear, trilinear interpolation algorithms, AI is great for that. Bounding volume hierarchy, spatial mesh, I'll fucking AI that shit. I'm not going to go to it for every single issue. Especially very, very niche ones. Like the more specific an issue it is, the worse it is at answering it. Still find it's faster than Googling it and scrolling through a ton of half-assed forum posts when there's no answer. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't spend that long scrolling. Like how long did I spend scrolling through this? A couple minutes? I tried a couple different searches. And the thing is, like, AI still hallucinates a lot. It still hallucinates a lot. Like, it is straight up giving me functions that don't exist and stuff like that. So that's why I would just prefer, you know, someone who has experience with the engine answering a question that is exactly the problem that I'm having. Now, yeah, a lot of times the problem I'm looking for, no one's encountered. So I have to figure it out on my own. Or, you know, I'll use AI sometimes. I don't know. I see AI as more generative and less problem solving. And so I think it can do a great job at generating like algorithms and stuff, generic algorithms. Not so sure it's that great for niche debugging or bug solving. But yeah, I learned about a new class today. Yeah, and am I angry that times are changing? Yes, yes I am. Yes, I am. Okay. I'm not actually that mad that times are changing, but I am. It does get a little frustrating when you're dealing with an issue and everyone's first response is just use AI. I'll just use AI. That is a little frustrating to hear. What am I doing here? Okay, so this is within the new F-scope trilock. This is new. And so we're crashing here. I wonder if we need to change all of them to try locks. Do I have any other F scope locks in here? I do. Maybe we should change all of them to F scope try lock. That was the only one left. Okay, so were we hitting that on some other thread then? No, we weren't. Okay, so let me see. AI is good for deterministic algorithms, math, and stuff. Yeah, I use it for the most for that stuff. And generic code that's all over the internet. Agree. Trunk subscriptions. I guess... Well, no, this should be locked. This should be locked. Any output here? Is that relevant to me? What is this saying to me? Race detector destroyed while being accessed on another thread. It's definitely a thread. It's a thready thing. It's a thready thing. But like what Gemini just spat out to me was just a bunch of generic information about blocking threads, which was not helpful. So like, if I was actually trying to use Gemini to find an answer there, I would have just been reading shit that I already more or less understand. But I think that would have maybe taken some more time away from just actually digging into the problem myself. And I guess I'm just worried that like, I guess I don't care about other people. Let me rephrase that. I was going to say I'm worried that other people are just going to get so used to having the answer given to them immediately that the second that it's any farther out of reach than that, they're going to give up. Then I'm like, well, I don't really care if other people give up, you know? I only care if I do. So I guess I'm saying I don't want to get too accustomed to AI to where the second that you know, the answer to something is slightly more than at my fingertips because of AI, I just give up, or I get like really annoyed or frustrated, or you know, it starts to affect my productivity negatively. I guess that's what I worry about. Okay, so this is happening consistently now. I used it to help me build a procedural mesh rather than mathing all the vertex order and whatever. Love it for that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's great to get you started on things, for sure. What are you doing? Building a video game. Okay, so the scope tri-lock does not seem to work very well. You become so lazy you have no idea. Okay, see, you're already experiencing it, it seems. Just AI is the new Google. And it's funny because I always compare it to like the Greek philosophers like Plato and Aristotle and those guys. Like, they thought the younger generation was going to be dumb because they read all their information from books instead of memorizing it. And so they were like, how can you actually know things if you're just reading it on paper and you don't remember it? Funny. Those dumb youngins and their books. So yeah, this is just the natural evolution of that, I guess, to its logical end. Learning needs to entail some amount of struggle, and cultivating the attitude of just give me the answer feels like giving up on that. Double-edged, yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, so how do I keep the niceties of the scope tri-lock and avoid this issue that is seemingly happening every time? What was happening on the game thread here? We were line tracing. On the game thread, my word. What else was happening? Nothing. So how is this even? I was generating some noise data. And what was this telling me? Oh my god, there's so much here. I kind of hope AI evolves to code with me, not for me. Like, I need the autocomplete. The autocomplete is really where it's at. That's the good stuff. Because then you can still be, like, guiding it, and you don't have to, like, prompt, wait for a response, read the entire output it gives you all at once, you know, try to understand what the code is doing. Is this the right way to do it? Is there a better way to do it? Does this fit in our architecture? Do I need to refactor this? Does this fit in our coding standards? You know, reprompt it for all that shit, wait for it. You know, the flow sucks for vibe coding, honestly. But the autocomplete coding, when that starts going, when you give it enough, like, if you start like writing really good comments on your functions before you start writing them, at least the internal one we have at Google, it just goes off sometimes. It's pretty nuts. Like they said what, 25% of all code at Google is AI generated. I bet it's even more now. That was like 4 months ago, I think they said that. I mean, at the moment is like having a happy intern next to you, Googling answers and giving you the highest rated ones with a smile, knowing nothing about it. Yeah, like Twitch chat, right? Like Twitch chat sometimes. Ensure condition failed. Reader index not equal to index none. Either erase detected. Excuse me. One reader's on another thread while acquiring write access on the current thread. Or the access detector was trivially relocated. Lukewarm take, AI will think for most people below average, and average thinkers can simply delegate to AI. Whereas exceptional thinkers will incorporate AI. What's the difference between incorporating and delegating to you there in that statement? In before Neuralink makes us all AI, yeah. You've been watching Black Mirror, haven't you? Haven't you? Okay, yeah, I would like to understand how to use this better. I would like to understand how to use this better. Maybe I should read the comments. Try to acquire the lock. Well, let me read the underlying code. Does it wait? No, it doesn't. It just doesn't grab the lock. Okay. Okay, I need a wait. I need a wait lock. Scope wait lock. Do I need to write my own scope lock fucking class? I think I do. All right. Now we're gonna vibe code here. Go to the agent mode, add context, terrain controller. Can it create files for me already? Please make your own scope lock. Is that on brand at all for me? I think I need to. just on principle. Add more tools. What tool? Oh, right, that thing. Well, I want it because I need it to create a new file. Can it do that yet? Create a new class called f scope try wait lock. I'm waiting for it since the beginning. You guys knew I was going to get here. Stop it. I'm not predictable. Early this morning, I'm watching live stream on Game Dev. Good morning. Good morning to you, Sumit. Good morning. I mean, having an AI autocomplete buddy when you are doing late night coding session does make things a bit cozier. It's great. T-scope, try my lock. Try D's nuts. How about that? My lock. Yeah, I do the my lock. Yeah. That works similarly to F scope try lock, but instead waits to acquire the lock if it initially cannot. And then I know how to do that while try lock, etc. Okay. See if it can create a new file for me. Oh, we're using GPT 4.1. Oh, it can. Nice. All right, let's see what you cooked up here. What do we got? All right, reviewing AI code. Okay, so in the constructor, sleep time seconds. So yeah, no, we don't need that. I know we don't need that. We just need to wait. Critical selection. This is a good, we'll start with just, yeah, thank you. Where did you put it, actually? Utility? Okay, that works. That works. Let me look at the underlying one. I don't get what they're doing here with this, like, I guess that's just the implementation of it, and they're passing in the type. Okay. I don't know that I need to do that so much, because, I mean, when am I gonna ever need to not use that? B is locked. I don't know that I care about that either. Okay, so just grab me the held mutex. How do you specify that? Mutex type, which is just a pointer to F critical selection, which is exactly what that does. Okay, so let's name it the same thing, just for consistency. Let's try that again. Critical selection, held mutex. Okay. B is locked. I don't care about that. Just use Claude. Oh my god. I literally, guys, I literally just used AI. We just went over this. Just do it. Just do the thing. I'm doing it. I did it. That's how we got here. Sorry, no, Siba, we just went over something like that. I'm not picking on you. It's okay. I'm not mad at you or anything. We literally had like a whole rant about AI. And when I say we, I mean I just ranted about AI quite a bit. Okay. Yeah, just copy that if held mutex unlock. I think that's right. It did not get this correct, though. We did need to rewrite that, and the passed in needs to be a ref, so it got that wrong as well. And we also don't use the initializer list either. If, or I'll say while. What do I want to say here? It should be like while try lock. Sleep for a short duration to avoid busy waiting. I don't know if I need that. Do I need that? Let's comment that out for now. But then after this, I suppose we have the lock after that, right? Just after it gets out of that while loop, we have the lock. And then, yeah, when it deconstructs, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's try it. Fuck it. F scope try wait lock. Just slap it on everything. Okay. Use it. Why are you mad? Cannot initialize local variable. Okay, maybe I do need that. Yeah, maybe I do need that type one. Let me see here. Yeah, maybe I do need that thing, that thingy. Okay, give me that. Yeah, so I don't know namespace my. Sorry. Do. No discard, no touchy. I guess I just need to paste that into that. Okay, and what were we doing here? We need to change the constructor. Okay, so AI got us a good starting point, but kind of, we diverged quite a fucking bit from it, I'll be honest. T-scope trilog, my T-scope trilog. There we go. A great odd just waits till I leave to show up and be funny. Welcome in, Turning Cog. Welcome back. Welcome to the double stream. The double stream. There we go. Yay. Okay, let's try out my own scope lock. I can't wait for Dr. Elliot to come back. I can't wait to tell him. Because I know exactly what his response is going to be. He's going to tell me to make my own engine. And I'm going to be like, hey, just use AI. It already has solved every problem. So just use it. Just use it. It solved every problem. Okay, does it work now? Yes, that one happens. We know about that. That's fine. That's something different. I think this is working now, actually. So I think my scope lock, I have superseded the Unreal Engine developers. I'm kidding. I kind of regret saying that because it's gonna catastrophically fail now. I know. Aha! Here is the catastrophic failure. Yeah, I noticed you haven't been streaming. Life's good. We'll resume the stream soon. I hope so. I've been needing people to raid, Odd. Go stream. Go stream right now and I'll raid you. Do I need to scope lock this boy? Do I need to scope lock this bad boy? What was happening on the game thread here? Environment item spawner. Surface sampler, those are going to be fine. Gin position array, that one's fine. Here we go. This is, no, that's not it. Actually, this is it. Yeah, we were calculating chunk coordinates. So yeah, I do need a lock on that function. I think. Scope lock all the things now. F, scope try wait lock. Nice, dude. AI even picked up on the autocomplete picked up on it. It knows my code. Fucking no, dude. Take a solid break about once every 9 months. That's a very specific time frame. Do something else most of the time. I come back fresh, but it takes a bit to get back on the horse. Dude, every time I'm not game deving, I'm thinking about game deving. That probably means I'm about to get burnt out, right? Yes, I know about that one. That one's fine. It's working. It's working. Okay. The scope try wait lock. My drong try wait scope lock. It works. I forgot to turn on the spawns. So we're gonna restart that. What is this? PCG data garbage collection. Okay, we can recover. Okay, turn the spawns on. Take a break every day, go to sleep and come back fresh in the morning. Hell yeah, that's my style. Okay, what is this? What is this? This has nothing to do with any of my code. Cook async build triangle meshes. Okay, why? So there's just some random ass... Oh, I hate it. A graph task, okay. So we were cooking probably collision for the meshes here. I actually hate it more when it's a crash from not my own code. Because there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Oh, it wasn't a crash, was it? It was just like an assertion? Okay. This seems like a crash, though. Yeah, that's a crash. Yeah, just ask AI. I'll just ask AI what this random memory allocation crash was from. Surely it'll know. Or did it remember my setting? Probably not. Oh, it did. Okay, so it's gonna spawn mobs. I'm excited for the new RimWorld expansion to come out. Oh, I need to change the, yeah, they're all fighting now. I need to change the what is happening to me right now? Oh my god, dude, what is happening? Texture streaming just crashed. How do I debug this, huh? Okay, AI. Why crash? Dynamic chunk mesh. Okay, there's something that has to do with my own code. Incremental update, dynamic texture instance manager on the dynamic chunk mesh. Is candidate for texture streaming on platform during cook. Tile ground. Yeah, so why would texture streaming crash? Debug component. attempts to write to a memory address that it does not have permission to access. And it used some like config cache ini. From fill file from buffer. Yeah, just giving me some like generic ass crash thing. That was a facetious question anyway. Not that I was expecting it to do anything with that. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. Like what, there's gotta be a setting or something. Shader setting. Something somewhere, somehow. It's probably right next to the finish game button. It'll take a while to find it. Okay. Okay. Go to the, I want the biome defs now. Let's actually close all that. Yeah, give me, edit those. And that's, oh, that's nice. Did it not remember my, or did I not create one? Did I create an entity archetype for that? Or no, all entities just are that by default. All the reds. Oh, but they had the targeting processor. Okay, so I was actually spawning them correctly. Yeah, okay. We were actually spawning them correctly. They were just attacking everything in sight. Okay, you on back? How's the progress? It's a little slower tonight. We're getting a lot of crashes that we're trying to get through. But it's all good. It's all good. This is a bonus stream today anyway. Okay, things should start spawning soon. I think. Yeah, they should start spawning soon. There they go. Oh, we're not spawning any enemies, are we? There's one. Very few, I suppose. The colonists are going to run around and find food. They're eating mushrooms, I suppose. Oh, did you get stuck? Yeah, that was a bad spawn location that should have gotten called. Oh, that guy got killed. That red got killed. Nice. What on earth is this, dude? Instant static mesh component. Like, dude, what is with all this random ass shit happening? I am so sick and tired of it. Can you crash on my own code, please? Per instance, static mesh data is apparently wrong. Where's the ISM in question? It's empty. Why is that? And can we move on from that? We can. Okay. Oh god, he went in his aggro radius. Oh my god, I'm so upset. Now what does this one do? I actually feel like 5.6 is hurting stability for me. I feel like it did not used to be this way. State tree random spawn route. Okay. Is this is a crash. Leaf property spawn point. So we were trying to get the entity data. Oh, it wasn't valid. Yeah. Okay. Does it not gracefully handle that? I'm wondering if the state tree started before the proxy actor got its data set. I'm pretty sure it's trying to access the proxy actor data here. Yeah, wander move too, yeah. Is there any way I can see what the output was? From this entity data type. Superstruct is just object null pointer, so probably not. Yeah, this is gonna be a crash, right? Yeah. Leaf property, first indirection. This property path bind. Can I want to see at least something. Okay, all of those are invalid. Source structs. God, I hate this get entity data. Okay, struct. Can I see what the actual values are? Not really. God, I kind of hate how the instance structs and stuff show up in the debugger. Because they don't show you like what all their properties and stuff are. And like what it's super, because it's essentially just handling raw memory, I think, at the under the hood somewhere. So the debugger does not know how to show that. Okay. Well, we got some stuff spawned. It's super unstable at the moment, which is kind of frustrating, but I guess we'll just need to start hacking away at that stuff. Yeah, I guess I would want to I kind of know what that issue is. Kind of. I don't know exactly why, but yeah, maybe putting the spawn info on the proxy actor, it has some drawbacks when it comes to the state trees. I was hoping that the state trees would just be able to like gracefully handle that, like null pointers, because I'm pretty sure it's just trying to access some information on a null pointer, which is the proxy actor. Which is the proxy, would be in this tree. Open this tree. Get any data. Actually, I guess we can return failed there. I do want to return failed. If that doesn't get the data, does that return failed? No, no, it doesn't. Let's do this. If this, but ands. Yeah, so I guess that could help that scenario. And that way we fail immediately, I would hope, at least. I hope it doesn't try to run the other tasks. Yeah, this is the problem binding, I think. Let's just do a 1000 radius, a little smaller radius there. That one's really annoying. I'd really like to take care of that one, but I've like tried to several times, and there's like no, it doesn't feel like there's any quick and easy way to do it. The other one's the nav mesh running on the background thread that I've changed. This one, oh yeah, new object, another PCG new object any thread, similar to the point data one. Where do you get 3D assets from? I do not make it on my own. I have no artistic talent. But yeah, it's mostly like just a bunch of free for the week stuff, or Humble Bundle. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of game dev stuff on Humble Bundle for super cheap. So if you go to software here, like here's a Unity and Unreal asset pack. So you can get all these for like 20 bucks, you know. All these for 20 bucks. And it's all sorts of stuff. Pretty good. Pretty good high quality stuff here. You know. And it goes to charity. Even better. So it's a combination of those two things. Oh, God, there they go. There they go. I need to make them actually hostile to me as well. And I need to make some neutral archetypes too for testing. Yeah, but they do be having that aggro radius, don't they? And this is... Yeah, dude, 5.6... 5.6 is kind of fucking me up here. What's the error here? I mean, nothing. It doesn't even describe what it is that's wrong. New point data, select instances, RNG. I'll have to dig into the new PC because I know they changed PCG a bunch. So, and I copied a lot of the way I do things from how they did things back before that. So I'm imagining there's probably just a new way to override this data. The old data is getting like destructed or something and is throwing a fit, it seems. Point data, I mean, it looks fine. It's got points and stuff. I'm not sure what else I would be expecting to see there. Yeah, it seems fine. Do you update Unreal Engine to the latest every time? I try to, within a reasonable time frame. Yeah, usually there's just a lot of like new cool stuff that I want to try out. Eventually. I always do. 5.6 I did the preview for it because there was some good stuff. Yeah, it brought some instability because, you know, especially with PCG, because like I'm overriding PCG a lot in these nodes. So I just got to figure out like the new way of doing things. Okay, here's a new one. Gameplay ability system. stackable gameplay effect is null. Is that the issue? User mode, active effect. Dude, I hate how long they have made this condition. That is so annoying. Find stackable gameplay effect. I don't have any stackable effects. I should probably change all of my effects to non-stacking. I didn't know there was like extra code that's happening. Context looks like it's invalid on the active effect, which is what? What is the active effect? In combat effect. Can we get past this? No, so this is a plane crash. It's a plane crash, yeah. Okay, so it seems like there's some invalid context. Well, effect context is there. So the spec, it's probably what I get for not using the default objects as much as I should. Where's context? Is it on here? Is it on the def? Probably not. It's on the spec, right? Okay, why I can no longer see active effect now. I thought I was just looking at that. What? Oh, come on. I know you know it. I know you know it. You were just showing me. How dare you? Okay. That is probably where I'm going to end the stream tonight. I'm getting tired and I need food. So let's find someone to send you guys to, if at all. Oh, Slim Pickens. As I suspected. For late night game dev here on a Saturday evening. Unreal Engine, swashbuckling fox, casting spells and tweaking menus. He's got some nice spaghetti on screen. I'll keep hitting back on that shit. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Who else? Who else is doing Unreal Engine things on Twitch? Open World RPG Part 8. Looks like he's working on UI.
Wait, where is it? Oh, I'm gonna have to restart White Rabbit.
Bro, no one is actually here doing game dev. Okay, I'm just gonna hop off then. They were all Everyone doing Unreal Engine game dev right now seems to be preoccupied. So I'm gonna head out. Thanks everyone for hanging out for the super secret bonus double stream. I'll stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow at some point. Probably in the morning. So I will hope to see you all then. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.